So it's really no secret that Battle Royale games have gotten super popular over the last couple of years. H1Z1, PUBG, Fortnite, Blackout, Apex Legends. There has been a lot of hype surrounding all them Battle Royale games. My personal favorites of the bunch are PUBG and Apex Legends. Now I'm not really sure which one I like more, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably go with PUBG. And with seeing yet another popular and successful Battle Royale game, Apex Legends, it's got me thinking about a few things. Like, what does the future hold for Battle Royale games? Will the Battle Royale genre die off? And if so, how soon? And also, what makes Battle Royale games so popular? What is the appeal of a Battle Royale game? So in this video today, I'm going to be discussing everything that I feel is great about Battle Royale games, and everything that I feel is not so great about Battle Royales. Alright, so let's dive into this. What makes Battle Royale games so great? Why are they so popular? Why are so many people playing Battle Royales? Why does it seem like for a game to be successful, it has to be a Battle Royale? So to me, I see the main appeal of Battle Royale games being a bunch of people drop into a map, whether that's 60, 100, 200 people, whatever it may be. You all drop into a map, and the last player or team standing wins. And that experience right there is unique to Battle Royale games. You can't find an experience like that playing games like Halo or Battlefield or Destiny or any of the Call of Duties before Black Ops 4. A bunch of people dropping into a map, fighting to be the last player or team standing, is a unique experience to Battle Royale games. And honestly, that's why I like Battle Royales. For that reason right there, because I mean, that's really all a Battle Royale game is. So that's why I like them, and that's why I feel like they're so popular, because of that experience right there. And it's an experience that so many other games do not offer. Now, with more and more Battle Royale games coming out, I have started to see people say things like they're getting tired of Battle Royale games. I didn't hear that so much back when H1Z1 was the top Battle Royale game. And then once PUBG dethroned H1Z1 and PUBG, everybody was playing that, maybe I heard it a little bit, but now after having, Fortnite and Blackout and Apex Legends now, we have multiple different Battle Royale games. I'm starting to hear more and more people talk about how they're over Battle Royales, they're tired of it. Now, one major reason I feel that some people dislike Battle Royale games is just for the fact that you're doing the same thing over and over again. There's not much to a Battle Royale game. When you really think about it, there's not much to it. It's just the same thing over and over again. All the different Battle Royale games, yeah, they're all different in their own unique ways, but at the end of the day, there's still the same goal. Be the last player, the last team standing to win. So I think some of the people that dislike Battle Royales dislike it for that reason. They're bored of them, they're tired of it, and that's why I feel some people dislike Battle Royale games. Now, there are two major things that I feel have a negative impact on Battle Royale games. Now, the first thing, and I kind of just touched on it a little bit about how people are getting bored of Battle Royale games, is lack of variety. The lack of variety in a lot of these Battle Royales is something I feel significantly hurts these games. There's not a whole lot to a Battle Royale game. All the big Battle Royale games that come to mind, H1Z1, PUBG, Fortnite, Realm Royale, Blackout, Apex Legends, they all launch with one map, and the goal is the same in all of them. To win, you have to be the last player or team standing. Now, a lot of these Battle Royale games get updates over time, where you get new weapons added to the game, new features, maybe some new maps. But even then, the amount of variety in these Battle Royale games is insignificant compared to a lot of other games, like a lot of arena shooters that come to mind. So let's take Halo for an example. In Halo, I can go from playing the campaign, to matchmaking, to custom games, to Forge, to Firefight, to going to theater. I can play multiple different types of game types and maps within the firefight and custom games. I can play a whole bunch of different playlists in matchmaking. Team Snipers, Team SWAT, Team Slayer, Team Doubles, Big Team Battle. I can play the campaign on multiple different difficulties. In Forge, I could create a Big Team Battle map, or a racing map, or a 4v4 map, an infection map. In Halo, there's so many different options, so many different things I can do. And let's take Call of Duty as another example. In Call of Duty, I can go from playing the campaign to Nazi zombies, to the multiplayer, private matches. You got multiple different maps for the multiplayer for Nazi zombies, multiple different game modes. There's just so much more variety in games like these compared to Battle Royales. But if I go to play a Battle Royale game, like Apex Legends or Fortnite or PUBG, I'm just doing the same thing over and 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 over again. Can't go play a campaign. Can't play a firefight or a Nazi zombies or some kind of a horde mode. And before I go any further, I'm just gonna stop myself there and clear something up. First off, I do understand that in these Battle Royale games, you do have a little bit of variety. You can play solos or duos or squads. In PUBG, I think you got like 4 different maps you can choose from now, after the game has been out for a couple years. I understand Fortnite has a theater mode. They do the whole 50v50 thing, solos, duos, squads. You got like a creative mode or whatever. You can play with friends now. I don't really know much about Fortnite because I don't play the game because I absolutely hate it. But the point I'm trying to get across is that, yeah, I understand that some of these Battle Royale games, they do have a bit of variety. But for one, they're not launching with all these features. A lot of those things that I just named off about Fortnite, that came after the game was out. And I also understand that Fortnite had the whole save the world thing. I mean, that died off pretty quick back when that came out, and the Battle Royale is what saved Fortnite. But to be fair, the save the world for Fortnite, you can still go play that. You know, that's something you can do. I kind of consider save the world like a different game than Battle Royale Fortnite, because it kind of is. But for the sake of this discussion, let's consider Save the World another aspect of Fortnite that you can play other than the Battle Royale. So I do understand that there is a little bit of variety with these Battle Royale games. You don't have to play a Battle Royale game the same exact way over and over and over again. As I mentioned, you know, some of these Battle Royale games have a couple different modes, or, you know, solos, duos, squads, or maybe you got a couple different maps. Fortnite changes up its map every so often. But the amount of variety in Battle Royale games still doesn't compare to a lot of other games that come to mind. And while some of these Battle Royale games, such as Fortnite, may have some other modes you can play, the main appeal is the Battle Royale. Without the Battle Royale mode, Fortnite wouldn't be anywhere, which has already been shown, because, you know, Fortnite saved the world when that came out. It died off pretty damn quick, but the Battle Royale saved it. Paladins is another game that fell off pretty fast, but after turned into a Battle Royale, aka Realm Royale, the game's seen a lot more popularity. Apex Legends, which is set in the Titanfall universe. If we had gotten Titanfall 3 instead of Apex Legends, I do not think that Titanfall 3 would have been seeing the popularity or success that Apex Legends is seeing. Blackout in Black Ops 4. That got people excited about Call of Duty again. And you know, Black Ops 4 is something I want to talk about for a bit, because amongst all the different Battle Royale games, I feel that Black Ops 4, Blackout, stands out. Because unlike a lot of Battle Royale games, Black Ops 4, it's not just the Battle Royale mode. You have the entire multiplayer. You also have Nazi zombies. You know, Blackout may not have been that great, but at least you got a good amount of variety there. You can go from playing Blackout, the Battle Royale mode, to playing the matchmaking with multiple different playlists and multiple different maps. And then after matchmaking, you can go play Nazi zombies. You know, Blackout may not be amongst my favorite Battle Royale games, but I do wish that future Battle Royale games launch like Black Ops 4 did. with a Battle Royale mode and your arena-style multiplayer, and then maybe something else like Nazi Zombies or a Horde mode. And then maybe as time goes on, we'll even get a campaign along with all of that. And maybe even a map editor, or a theater mode, or custom games. Maybe eventually, Battle Royale games won't just be Battle Royale games. Maybe Battle Royale will just be a mode within the game, alongside other modes like a map editor and campaign and things like that. And I do understand that a lot of work goes into creating a Battle Royale game. I'm not saying that Battle Royale games should have all these other modes to select from and other things to do. I'm not even saying that. I'm just trying to point out that an area where I feel Battle Royale games are lacking is with the little amount of variety that's in them. Now, that's enough talking about how I feel Battle Royale games lack variety compared to a lot of arena shooters. But there is one other big thing that I dislike and I feel hurts Battle Royale games, and that is RNG. Now, before I even get into this, I just want to say that I can't think of a good example of RNG in a multiplayer game. I really can't. I can't think of any example of RNG being a good thing in a multiplayer game. Maybe in a single player game where things happen differently every time you play the campaign. Maybe that might be a good example of RNG. But in multiplayer games, especially shooters, I can't think of a good example of RNG. Now, Battle Royale games are the king of RNG. And that is one thing I've hated with every single Battle Royale game, is RNG. So imagine this. You're playing a Battle Royale game. Whichever Battle Royale game you want it to be. Everybody's soaring down from the sky. You finally land on the ground and you immediately run in a house, while an enemy lands on the ground and they run into the house right next to yours. Your house doesn't have a gun. Theirs has a gun and body armor. They come outside and run into your house or catch you leaving that house, and they gun you down. You have no gun. You're dead. RNG at its finest. Now, sure, just because you didn't have a gun doesn't mean you're 100% dead. Maybe as soon as you landed and you saw another player land close to you, you just run away. You just get away. You don't even chance that. You don't even chance it. You don't even take the chance of there not being a gun in that house. You just leave. Maybe that's the answer. Or maybe when he approaches you with his gun, you try to juke him out and beat him down and punch him out. Maybe that. But regardless, it's just the fact that that player has been given such a big advantage simply based off of RNG and not much else. His house had a gun and body armor. Your house had a bunch of med kits and gun attachments. That is one thing I've always hated about Battle Royale games. And if you've played a fair amount of Battle Royale, then I'm sure you've experienced that same scenario as I described, or something close to it. And when something like that happens, where you land near an enemy, he finds a gun, you can't find a gun, he shoots you, you die, I feel like a lot of people just, they kind of just shrug it off and start up the next match. And, I do the same thing. Damn, that was unfortunate, but let's go back in. Let's give it another go. And if you're someone who puts a ton of playtime into Battle Royale, then I'm sure that most games you aren't dying off the start because you couldn't get a gun and the enemy player that landed near you did get a gun. That may happen a lot, but I'm sure that's not happening every single game. Most matches, I'm sure you're able to play them out for a bit, if not win. So because that little scenario of dying off the start because of RNG, because that doesn't happen every single game, I feel like people are willing just to shrug it off and not really think much of it. And like I said, I do the same thing. It happens, but I'm sure it won't happen the next game. I'll be, I just won't land near anyone or something like that, It may not happen a lot, but God, is it annoying when it does. And when I just sit there and I think, wow, that player who just killed me, who just took me out of that game, and I just think about how the only reason he did that was simply because of RNG and really nothing else. Just because RNG, he got the weapon, I didn't. That shit just drives me insane. That is so annoying. That player may very well be awful at the game, but he took me out of that match because of RNG. If we both had a weapon, I might be able to kill him every single time we go up against each other if we both have guns. He might not even land a shot on me. But because of RNG, he just took me out of that game. He placed higher than me because of RNG. Just because of RNG. Yeah, there are other small factors other than RNG, like I could have ran away and I chose not to, but things like that are just insignificant. He landed, his house had a gun, I landed, my house didn't. Boom, he's at a huge advantage, just because of that. He didn't know that gun was in that house. I didn't know there was no gun in my house. So yeah, I don't need to talk about this anymore. You guys get it. There's a ton of RNG in Battle Royale games. And the RNG has a significant impact on the game. And I just don't feel like RNG should play such a big role in a game where you have one life. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me at all. Now, if you look at a game like Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, there's very little RNG in those games. Compared to Battle Royale games, there's very little RNG in Halo multiplayer. And in Halo, you respawn. Every time you die, you respawn. It's not just one life and you're dead forever. No, you keep coming back. And Halo has very little RNG in it. And then you have Battle Royale games where you only have one life, and there's a ton of RNG in the game. And yeah, I do understand that it's not just one life with every Battle Royale game, like Realm Royale and Apex Legends. You can bring back dead teammates, but you know what I mean. In Battle Royale games, you don't just die and respawn in a couple seconds. No, most of the time you die and that's it. You have one life. Now, some of you might be asking yourself, how can you have a Battle Royale game without RNG? How is that possible? And there's actually multiple ways you could do this. Some ways better than others. Everybody might not like it, but there are ways to eliminate RNG in Battle Royale games. Now, before I give a few different examples of how you could eliminate RNG in Battle Royale games, I do want to make it clear that I'm not saying any of these different examples are the way to go. I'm not saying all these examples would have a good impact on Battle Royale games. And with some of these examples, I don't feel that they're that bad. So one way to eliminate RNG would be to have all the loot on the map be placed in the same exact spot every time. So every single match, every piece of loot, every health pack, every weapon is in the same exact spot. Now, first off, by doing this, you could place certain guns and items in unique spots. Like maybe a really good gun is at the top of a really tall tower or something like that, and everybody has to fight to get it. Now, right away, some of you might be thinking that would be terrible. And to have the loot all placed in the same spot every time, that would mean that there's even less variety in a Battle Royale game, which is something I was complaining about earlier, how Battle Royale games lacked variety. But in this case, I think I'd take a little less variety over RNG. You know, just thinking about it, I'd rather know what items are inside of that building rather than not knowing, and I go inside the building, there's no weapon, but there's somebody with a gun waiting outside for me. But you know, running around and searching for loot and armor and weapons, that's all part of the experience, you know? That's part of Battle Royale games. You know, you run around by yourself or with your team and you're all looting up, you know, you're getting ready for battle. That's part of the game. So maybe having static loot in the same spot every single time, maybe that's not the answer. Another thing that could be done would be to show players where items are placed on the map before the game. So maybe when you pull up your map, you can see where every piece of loot is on the map. So maybe it's random every game, it's randomized where the loot is, but you can see it on your map. Maybe that's the answer. Or maybe the map just shows you a couple items on the map, or just a few guns. so you know where you can land to get a gun. Or maybe it doesn't show the loot when you pull up the map. Maybe before the game, you get to look at a screen for a couple seconds that shows you the layout of the loot on the map. Or like I said, maybe just a couple guns on the map. It shows you where them guns are, so you're not landing and not having a weapon. You know, maybe something like that's the answer. There's still RNG in that, but it's reduced. You're not running around without a weapon. Another idea would be to have everybody drop in with a weapon. And then, you know, with that, other problems arise. Like, what if everybody lands in the same spot and everybody starts shooting each other as soon as they land? You know, that wouldn't be good. So maybe everybody is invulnerable for the first couple seconds that they land. Or maybe all players are invisible to each other as you're soaring down. You know, as everybody's dropping, you can't see any other players until you land. Or, you know, maybe 5-10 seconds after you land, or after everyone lands. You know, I don't know. Like I said, these are just some examples. That's it. They're just examples on how you could reduce or eliminate RNG in a Battle Royale game. I'm not saying that any of them examples I just gave are great ideas, by any means. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that with some of those examples implemented, that it would make Battle Royale games better. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I can't stand RNG in any multiplayer game, especially in Battle Royale games where you have one life. And there are ways to reduce RNG. It can be done. But I will say that some aspects of them examples I just gave, I don't think are half bad. Some of them. And real quick, I just wanted to mention that I noticed Dr. Disrespect tweeted something out that kind of aligns with what I was saying about loot not being random. Basically, he said that Respawn should consider set loot in Apex Legends, which would eliminate RNG. Now, obviously, not everyone agreed with this. There was actually a good amount of people that I seen that replied to this tweet, basically saying that they wouldn't like this. And you know what? Maybe set loot isn't good for a Battle Royale game. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. We don't know. But the point is, I feel like something needs to be done about the RNG element of a Battle Royale game. I feel like something needs to be done about that. But you know, I did see some people reply to Doc's tweet saying things like, they like the RNG in Battle Royale games. RNG is what makes Battle Royales fun. Believe it or not, I did actually see people say that. But you know, the reason they're probably saying that is because they're probably some of the lucky ones where RNG is on their side. They're the ones running into the house, getting the gun, walking outside, and gunning down a bunch of people that don't have guns. They're the lucky ones. They're the ones with RNG working in their favor, and that's why they like it. That's why they think RNG makes Battle Royales fun. But to say RNG is good for a Battle Royale game, to say that RNG makes Battle Royales fun, you know, that's a pretty tough statement to defend. Because there's absolutely nothing fun at all about dropping into a map, not being able to find a gun, meanwhile a bunch of enemies around you all found guns and body armor. There's nothing enjoyable about that at all. You know, even when RNG is on my side, it still doesn't make me feel good. Just knowing that I killed another player just because of RNG, that's not rewarding at all. You see, I much rather play a Battle Royale game where I find myself in situations like let's say there's the best body armor in the game in a house. Me and another enemy player nearby both know that body armor is in that house. It shows it on the map. We know it's in there. Me and that enemy player get into an engagement. I come out on top, and now I'm rewarded with that body armor inside that house. Now that would be a rewarding experience. I just don't see how you can defend RNG. I don't get it. I do not understand it. You know, some of these ideas that me and others have proposed to, you know, help eliminate RNG in Battle Royale games, they may not be the answer. That may not be good for Battle Royale. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Who knows? But I feel like there should be some kind of a push to reduce RNG in future Battle Royale games. Also, another example of RNG in Battle Royale games that doesn't have to do with loot would be the Storm or the Circle, whatever you want to call it. So picture this. There's 2 teams left in the game. Each team is in a house. There's nothing else in the zone besides them 2 houses. In between each house is a big open field. After some time passes, the zone moves again, and what do you know? One of the houses is in the new zone, and one of the houses is not. So now the team that is not in the new zone has to come out of their house and run across an open field, while the other team that is still in their house in the new zone just looks out a window and guns the other team down. Another great example of RNG playing a significant role in the outcome of a Battle Royale match. Now, I will say that in a scenario like I just described, not being in the new zone has a bigger impact in certain Battle Royale games over others. Like in PUBG, in that scenario that I just described with the 2 houses, the big open field in between, and not being in the next zone, you're at a significant disadvantage having to run out of your house across an open field at another team sitting in their house. Like, that's tough. You're at a significant disadvantage in a game like PUBG. Now, in something like Fortnite, that's not as big of a deal. You have building and jump pads and rifts and all kinds of crazy shit and ways to get around in Fortnite. Apex Legends, you got, your really fast movement speed, you can slide, all different kinds of character abilities, like Wraith can go invisible, you got zip lines, so it wouldn't be as bad in Apex Legends either. But in Battle Royales like PUBG and Blackout, not being in the new zone and having to run across like an area with no cover, that is tough. That is tough. It's not impossible, but you are at a serious disadvantage because of the RNG circle and not being in the next zone. But even in Fortnite and Apex Legends or any Battle Royale, doesn't matter. You're still at a disadvantage if the zone moves on the other team instead of you. Like I said, it might not put you at as much of a disadvantage in a game like Fortnite compared to if it happened in PUBG, but it still does put you at a disadvantage. It's RNG. The other team's in the zone, they ain't got to do shit. They can sit in there. You have to go to them. You're at a disadvantage because of RNG. It doesn't matter what the Battle Royale game is. So the circle, the zone, the storm, that is another example of RNG in Battle Royale games. Now, I don't really have a bunch of ideas on how to eliminate RNG with the circle and the zone. Just off the top, no ideas really come to mind. I'd have to think about it. But one thing that maybe could be done is maybe instead of having to run to the new zone, you get teleported there or something. All the players in the game get teleported to the new zone. So there is no having to run to the new zone because you're not in it, and people that are in the zone already just gun you down as you're running in. I don't know. That's just off the top. That might be bad. Who knows? I haven't put much thought into it. That's just a quick example that just came to mind. But again, and I'll keep repeating myself, I don't like RNG. I don't think it's good for a lot of games, especially Battle Royales where you have one life. And I feel like there should be a push to eliminate or reduce RNG in future Battle Royale games. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. The point I wanted to make here is that Battle Royale games are fun. I enjoy them. But I don't necessarily think that that's the future. That Battle Royale games have overthrown your arena shooters. I don't feel that is the case at all. I also feel that there are glaring issues with Battle Royale games. I feel that Battle Royale games can start to get boring pretty fast, with playing the same maps over and over again, and there's not a whole bunch of variety there. And as I just discussed, there's a ton of RNG in Battle Royale games. And RNG in a game where you have one life, that's not a good thing in my eyes. But I don't hate Battle Royale games. Some of them I love. They're a ton of fun. They offer an experience that you can't get anywhere else. A ton of players drop into a map, last one alive wins. That is a fun experience, and when RNG is on your side, it's even better. But there are still things to love about your classic arena shooters, where success relies less on RNG and more on player skill and teamwork. But you know, I will say that I think Battle Royale games could be the start of something great, of something much bigger in the future. Like I said earlier in the video, I feel that the main appeal to Battle Royale games is the large map and lots of players. You got 60, 100, 150, 200, whatever it may be, that many players on a large map. That's what I feel the main attraction of a Battle Royale game is. And those are reasons that I really like Battle Royale games. So going forward, in the future, I would like to see Battle Royale games evolve. Maybe into something that's not even a Battle Royale anymore, but something with really large maps and lots of players. Some other kind of game that really succeeds in those two areas. Like some kind of a game with a really big world and you and a team have some incentive to explore this world, and while you're out roaming around, you encounter enemy players and you get into firefights with enemy squads, something like that. Now that's pretty much a Battle Royale game right there, what I just described. But I'm thinking something else. Maybe it's not the last person or team alive wins the game. Maybe there's some other type of goal besides being the last man standing. Now that's pretty much all I can really say on that. I haven't really given this a ton of thought, but I do feel like Battle Royale games could evolve into something even greater. Well, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Let me know what you guys think. Do you enjoy Battle Royale games? What is your favorite Battle Royale? Like I said earlier, my favorite Battle Royale is either PUBG or Apex Legends, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably pick PUBG. Do you hate Battle Royale games? And if so, why do you hate them? Do you think Battle Royale games will be the future of gaming, where Battle Royale just keeps getting more and more popular and every game that comes out is a Battle Royale? Or do you think it's just a trend and it will die off soon? Well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.